Welcome. Happy Thursday to you, October 19th. This month is flying by, man. It's so crazy. But you know, you are here to have so much fun from your favorite sports personality in the land. I am Michael Matthew, here bringing you the show that you never, ever want to miss. You know what it is, baby. These are the breaks.
And these are the breaks.
These are the breaks.
You know what it is.
Thank you guys so much for joining me here with the breaks, where you get all the latest and greatest when it comes to breaking news in the sports world and so much more. We know what it is. It's Thursday, Friday Junior, so you know that there is football going to be played tonight, whether you like it or not, baby. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be visiting NOLA to play against the Saints. The Saints coming off a tough defeat, 20-13 against C.J. Stroud and the Texans. Let's see if they can bounce back in front of the world, because they have kind of been struggling. Coming into the season, a lot of people were like, that may be the team to take care of business there in the NFC South, but they just haven't played up to the par. They haven't played good football. Derek Carr isn't blazing and doing what everyone thought that they would do, with him possibly being the best quarterback in this division. And they look like a team that may miss the playoffs, where a lot of people coming in felt that they should be the favorites in the NFC South. But this game tonight is all about the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that is possibly trying to compete to make it to an AFC championship. Are we going to see Trevor Lawrence tonight in a few hours? Still not sure as of yet, but I know it's a game time decision. So hopefully he plays, because you want to see the best players play. They are coming off of a win. Jacksonville is one of those teams that you don't know what you're going to get week in and week out. Are they going to ball out and look like a team that, hey, they possibly can be an AFC championship contending team? Or they give you that team that give you a dud and not perform? I'm hoping that this Trevor Lawrence injury isn't too much, but I think that he's going to find a way to play. The Jacksonvilles are going to play good football and pick up a key victory to get them to 5-2. We got some more big games this week. Of course, we got to start here in Los Angeles. The Rams, who picked up a win last week versus the Cardinals, are playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That game is going to be 60-40 here at SoFi, because the Steeler fans travel so well. It sucks that Kyron Williams, the running back who has been balling for the Rams, is going to be out that game, because the Rams are surprising everyone, including myself. I came into the season saying, tank for Caleb Williams, and they said, not so fast, Michael. They're playing really good football. Their only losses has come at Cincinnati, who was in the AFC Championship last year, against the Eagles and against the 49ers, two of the top 5 teams in the league right now. So if the Rams can pick up this victory, Cooper Kupp looks like himself. Puka Nacua is a baller. Tutu Atwell is doing his thing. Matthew Stafford looks like himself, and his elbow being healthy. And you got that beast named Aaron Donald on the other side playing defense. Look out for the Rams, man. If they can pick up this victory, they're at the Cowboys. They're at the Green Bay Packers next. If they can go into their bye 5-4, that would be great for this team, for their confidence. They're so young, but they have so much talent. Let's see what's going to happen there. Then to keep it LA, Chargers, Chiefs, it is a great AFC West battle. I expect it to be a close game. I know the Chargers put up a dud Monday night, not being able to protect home and beating the Dallas Cowboys here in LA, but they always play the Chiefs well. And the Chiefs being 5-1 and the Chargers being 2-3, throw away the records. None of that matter. It is going to be some good football, but it may come down to the very end. And we see that Justin Herbert has failed to make these big time plays to put his team over the top. The guy has been talked about as being elite. They try to throw him in the class of Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, but he just doesn't find ways to win these big-time games when he needs to play well in big-time moments. Okay. He's 27-27 for his career. He is not playing up to par if he wants to be in that class with these great quarterbacks. So let's see. This is his chance of the 125 game on Sunday to get a victory on there in Arrowhead in Kansas City, because if they don't, they dropped to 2-4. The Chiefs are 6-1. We might already say that this division is a wrap. And, of course, I will love it, me being a Chiefs Kingdom member myself. But it will be so crazy because I would have never thought that the Chiefs will almost have this division locked up before Halloween. This is crazy. The Chargers are playing bad football, but let's see if they can make something happen. But we got to talk about it. The game of the week, Breaks game of the week, and it has to be Dolphins at Eagles, Sunday Night Football, prime time. I love it. I love it. I love it. Jalen Hurts, Tua, who may be leading when it comes to the MVP award right now. Tyreek Hill, who I picked to be Offensive Player of the Year, but hell, he might be the MVP with the way that he's balling, maybe getting 2,000 yards. They got Jalen Waddle. He's healthy. They're running the ball well. This Dolphin team look dangerous, but the Eagles are the Eagles. I know they're coming off of a tough loss, the defeat to the Jets, and that was bad because they had no Sauce Gardner and a couple other defenders, but you're going to lose in the NFL. It's super tough to go undefeated, so I didn't expect that from them, or hell, even the Niners, who took a loss last week. But it is going to be a great, great game, great offense. We're going to see some great defense, and this is when we're going to find out what the Dolphins are really about. We know that they're putting up big points and winning these games, but when they played the Buffalo Bills, they got smacked up when they had to travel to New York there and play against Buffalo. So let's see. They're traveling to Philadelphia, a tough team to beat, so I'm very excited for it. But before I leave the NFL talk, you know I have to give you Michael's top 5 teams so far, baby, in this week. So I'm going to start with number 5. It's the Dolphins. The team is lighting it up. There's no more undefeated teams. Everybody's 5-1. They're one of the better ones. They score points. Tua's balling. Tyreek, Jalen Waddle, and they're only going to get better because Jalen Ramsey is going to be healthy, and he's going to be a nice addition. So that's number 5. Number 4, the 49ers. They finally took an L, and I could have them higher, but they're battling some injuries. Debo's hurt. Christian McCaffrey's hurt. They're going to see if he can go Monday night. But Brock Purdy, it was the first game. The Browns made him look ordinary. That's why I tell everybody, I don't see him as an elite guy. He's a really good quarterback. He's a really good system guy. But I don't think that he is that guy that can make something out of nothing. He's a guy that things have to go right. He fits in that mode of Alex Smith, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can win a lot of games. You can even make a Super Bowl. Ask Jimmy Garoppolo. So the Niners are number 4. The Eagles, number 3, another team coming off a loss, but they're the Eagles. They're going to figure it out. They're going to get it together. I told everybody coming into this year, Jalen Hurts, it was going to be tougher for him. People had tape on him. People wasn't going to underestimate him. They were ready for him. And to see if you're truly a great quarterback is, can you do it not game in, game out? Is, can you do it year in and year out? So let's see if Jalen Hurts can get it together, because he's almost thrown as many interceptions as he did last year in the first month and a half of the season. So let's see if he starts to pick it up. But they're still number 3. They're playing good football. Number 2, the Kansas City Chiefs. I wanted to put them number 1, but I know people are going to say you're biased and this and that. And, you know, the team that's number 1 deserves it because they're the only team that beat the Chiefs this year. But the Chiefs are playing great football since that loss, 21-20 to the Lions. They have won 5 straight games. The defense is looking amazing. They are playing lights out football, and the offense is trying to figure it out. I love the move to bring back McCole Hardman from the New York Jets. They needed speed there with the receiver room, but somebody has to step up. It looks like Rashee Rice is stepping up and playing some good ball. Hopefully we see more of him on the field. But Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney, the Chiefs need you if they want to truly be that Super Bowl team and try to win a back-to-back championship. So hopefully they can get it together. But I love this McCole Hardman move, and it's sounding like Frank Clark may be back, another pass rusher. So look out for the Chiefs, baby. But number one, Detroit Lions, they are playing some great, great football. Can they pass the ball? Yes. Can they run the ball? Yes. Can they stop the run? Yes. Can they stop the pass? Yes. They have everything. They're well coached. They have a fiery coach in Dan Campbell. I love that guy as a head coach. It makes me want to play for him and put on the pads. But that guy is great, great, great. Jared Goff. He has made it to a Super Bowl. He knows what it's like to win. I like they have Jameson Williams there at receiver, and we already know about St. Brown, who is playing out of this world. So I'm hoping that they can give Gibbs some run, give him some play, because he's a special talent. But they are playing some good football there in Detroit, and that's my number one team for Michael's top five teams of this week, baby. So make sure you guys stay tapped in, stay tuned, because I got more for you here with the breaks.
What's up, y'all? This is Lexi Brown with the LA Sparks, and you're watching Infanity TV.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by...
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Welcome back. Thank you guys once again for joining me here with the breaks here in the beautiful Infanity Studios, baby, where it is always lit, always great content coming out of here. Boom. So you know I'm here to bring it to you, baby. So before we leave everything NFL, I got a little break it or leave it for you. And I got to give a shout out to my guys. You know, you can check me out every Tuesday. I want to shout out Starcade Media KC. I do a show, Arrowhead Allies. Me and my guys, Clint, Noah, Shane, Brian, we do a show and we had a special guest. Joe Theismann was on. And he brought up an idea that I truly, truly love. And we all have problems. There's big issues when it comes to this roughing the passer call in the NFL because there are some terrible, terrible calls and penalties being thrown when guys are just playing football and sacking the quarterback or hitting the quarterback the way that they have been doing it since they were little kids. So he came up with a great idea. Shout out to, the legendary Joe Theismann for this. And he said, can you imagine the same way that, when it comes to kickers and punters, guys who are the least protected guys because they're leaving their feet to make things happen, kicking the ball, punting it, kicking it, however they do it. And they have 2 penalties. There's a running into the kicker, which is a 5-yard penalty, which isn't an automatic first down. And then there is a roughing the kicker, which is the 15-yard penalty. So hell, why not have that for the quarterbacks? Some of these calls are so egregious and are terrible, and you hate to see it, and you feel bad for these defenders because it's like, what more can they do? So why not have something to where there is a mild call and it's a 5-yard penalty? So instead of a 3rd and 17 and you get this automatic first down, now you get 3rd and 12. Let's see if you can pick it up after. Or if it's clearly a roughing, then you can get the automatic first down because it's the 15-yard penalty. So let me know what you guys think. I loved it when Joe Theismann brought it up, the former Washington Redskins quarterback, former TV great as a commentator. But, man, I love it. So let me know what you think. Should there be be a 5-yard penalty and a 15-yard penalty for roughing the quarterback, because I think it is about that time. Let me know. Break it or leave it, because I hope that we can leave it and it can happen someday. But I have to leave from the gridiron because I have to. I'm actually staying. I lied to you, because it is time to take you on campus. Get your backpack, get your pencils, your notebook, because it's time for Break University, baby. So college football, I love it, I love it, I love it, but I hated to see last week the USC Trojans got smacked up 48-20 at Notre Dame. Caleb Williams looked like a human this game, but even Superman has kryptonite, and Superman was shown to have his flaws last week. He had his first ever 3-interception game in his career, and they got smacked up. But the season isn't done. They still have time to get things right. They have time to win the Pac-12, which has so many great teams in front of them. Washington, who they'll have to play. Oregon, who they will have to play. And then they have UCLA later in the season. And then this week, this Saturday, they're going to be playing against Utah, number 14, coming to the Coliseum, where if they can take care of business, it can get them back right where they want to be. It's going to be a tough matchup because Utah defense is great, but without Cam Rising, I just don't see Utah being the same team. They should have lost to UCLA earlier in the season. So now I believe USC, this is their get-back game. But they better figure it out, because that defense is still looking terrible when everybody was screaming, Lincoln Riley, you have to get a new defensive coordinator. People were hoping that he reached into the NFL to get one, but he stuck through with his guy, and it's starting to backfire. So hopefully it doesn't hurt them, because Kalen is like, hey, Caleb, before I leave for the NFL, hopefully I can play in the playoffs and possibly win a national championship. So let's see what they're going to do this Saturday. Saturday morning, early morning for us here on the West Coast, 9 a.m. game is the game of the week when it comes to college football. Penn State, number 7, they're going to be traveling to play against Ohio State there in the Horseshoe. Going to be an amazing game. It is the second biggest game of the Big Ten. Every year it's always Ohio State. Michigan is the biggest, but this is the second one. This is going to be a huge game for either team. If Penn State can win this, they will be in the top 4. If Ohio State can win this, they can be a team that jumps to number 1 with Georgia, eking out wins and Brock Bowers going down with that injury. So it's a game that you should wake up early and tune in, because I'm going to be up early and I am going to be checking out Marvin Harrison Jr. because it's going to be an awesome game there at the Horseshoe. Duke, they're going to be visiting Florida State, who has been looking like the Florida State that we are all accustomed to, with Bobby Bowden on the sideline, all of that talent, all of those wins. Florida State is looking to keep it going. Duke is ranked number 18. They're a very talented team. They play some really good football. So it's going to be another great game. I can't wait to see that later Saturday. Tennessee visits Alabama. Alabama is still sticking around. They haven't picked up that second loss. I know Milgore, we don't love him. He has a lot of up and down moments, but they still are finding ways to win games. We know they're going to play defense. We know they find ways to run the ball. Let's see if they can keep it going, because you don't want Alabama to hang around. They have Nick Saban, who is possibly the GOAT when it comes to college football coaches of all time. So, hey, let's see if Tennessee, who's a team with 1 loss, number 17, that's trying to make it push up the rankings. If they can get this road win, it's going to help them, as they have, a few little easier matchups coming up in the SEC. So that's what I have for you. Now you can put your backpack away. That's everything for Breaks University, because I have to take you to the hardwood. So let's see that NBA logo go up there, Jeff, because it's time to talk hoops, baby. Because James Harden, yesterday, he skipped practice. What is going on there in Philadelphia? What is going on with you, James Harden? Where do you want to go? I feel that Philly is the best situation for you. You have Embiid, a guy that I felt that a type of player you needed all along to win a championship. Tyrese Maxey, you have, so much talent there. You got a new coach in Nick Nurse. I know that you're mad at what's happening up top with Daryl Morey, but you have to figure that out, man, because you have a team that can possibly win a championship if you are at your best. And I know you want to come and play in L.A., play with the Clippers, but I don't see the fit. We already saw what happened when Russ can't have the ball and he's on the side, how he turns out as a player. So you want to go take the ball out of his hands? If I'm the Clippers,
Bye-bye.
I'm staying away, far away from James Harden. You don't need him. Chemistry is going great during the offseason. Russ flying the guys to Vegas, buying them gifts. They had a great training camp there in Hawaii. They look like a team that if they can stay healthy as put, that can compete for a championship. You add James Harden, you trade away a couple firsts, you trade away Terrence Mann. I don't know how that's going to fit. So hopefully James can figure something out because you want to see a guy like that talented play. He's an LA guy. You want to see him hooping, and Philly is your best situation. Stay in Philly, figure it out. You have the East-West All-Star game. It could be returning. I'm hope that we get to see it. I'm hoping to make it happen because I'm tired of this draft. I'm tired of these guys picking teams. Just make it simple. You know, East versus West. It was always fun back in the day to see it. I don't want to see a Laker playing a Laker, a Celtic playing a Celtic. You want them to always play against each other. So I'm hopeful that the NBA can stick with it and get us back to that East-West All-Star game because that's the way that it should go. And I'm excited about hoops because we are 1 week away from some great basketball, and I can't wait for the season to start because I don't know who to pick as a champion, but it's going to be great, great, great. But I got to talk about the WNBA before I switch gears because we have a new champion. Actually, it's the same champion back to back for the Las Vegas Aces. They defeated the Liberty yesterday 70-69. Asia Wilson, 24 points, 16 rebounds. Jackie Young pitched in, and I thought they were in trouble. They had the injuries that they dealt with, but they found a way to make it happen. The first team in 21 years in the W to go back-to-back. Big-time victory because I know everybody, even myself, I switched my pick. I made a mistake. I should have stuck with the Aces, and they proved me wrong. But, hey, that lets you know Asia Wilson is a problem, and the way that she's going, the way that her career is going, we may be looking at the greatest WNBA player of all time. So shout out to the Aces, 70-69, back-to-back champs. You did your thing. I might have to get to Vegas this weekend or whenever they had a parade because I know last year they got lit. This year it's going to be the exact same. So shout out to you ladies. Shout out to the WNBA. Great, great season. If you missed it, you are missing out on a lot, baby. I got more for you, but that's going to be after the break. Catch you in a few minutes.
What's up, y'all? This is Lexi Brown with the LA Sparks, and you're watching Infanity TV.
Profanity Nation.
A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Chanel Gwimike, and you're watching Infanity Television. Boom.
Welcome back. Michael Matthew here with the breaks, and you know I got more for you. First, I have to take you out to the ball game. You know I'm ready to talk some baseball because we are getting close to the World Series, and you know we got some great baseball going on. Shout out to the Astros who were able to pick up a victory yesterday, defeating the Texas Rangers to get them back into it. Because at first I was like, are they going to get swept? It is looking tough out there for them. But Jose Altuve was able to hit a 413-foot homer to help the Astros get back into it. I know that they play tonight, so let's see exactly what's going to happen. You have the Phillies and Diamondbacks game, which is going on now. Phillies has been dominating the first two games. The bats are blazing, homers after homers, hitting that ball so far. I'm like, they might hit it out the ballpark, but they're doing a great job. They were able to win the last game 10-0. Let's see how this game finish out today, because if Philly goes up 3-0, that series is over. And how they're hitting, how they're pitching right now, if Philly can finish this game off and get this win, I think that the Phillies are the favorites to win. They're the hottest team. And we all know baseball is about who is the hottest team that is going. And right now it's the Phillies. So let's see what they can do. Astros, they're going to be going on them and Rangers at 5. So make sure that you guys tune in for that. West Coast. But it's my time, my favorite time on the show, because you get to break out with yours truly, the one and only Michael Matthew. Let's do it. First, you know where I have to start off. This is easy. You guys should know me by now. Disney Plus, we're going to Loki, episode number 3 of season 2. The first 2 episodes has been dynamite, awesome, terrific, great, fabulous, beautiful, every word that you can use for it. That's how great this show is. I told you that Ahsoka was the best show that I've seen on Disney Plus. This Loki show is right there, because they give you great content time after time. And man, shout out to them. They're doing a great job. You know I gotta talk about it. I'm part of the culture. I'm always tapped in. This Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith thing is crazy. I don't know what's going on with that relationship, what's happening, and everything that they go through, but it's none of our business. I don't have time to be going back and forth online to talk about what she should be doing, her feelings with Tupac, and et cetera, et cetera. That is their business. I'm tired of seeing everybody coming there trying to bash her, and I know she's on her book tour right now, so she's showing up on a lot of shows. I wish I could get her here on the breaks just so that we could put an end to all of this nonsense and craziness, but I'm not really caring about somebody else's life. We all got to deal with our own things. It's a lot of bad things that is going on with that situation, with people chiming in. I really feel bad for Will Smith, because he's one of my favorite actors of all time. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to this day is one of my favorite shows to watch. So hopefully that they can just find happiness, find peace, find love, and that everything will be all right with that family. You know, I got to talk about it. Drake, everybody's been talking about his album, what they like about it, what they don't like. And this is what I'm going to say about the whole Drake situation. Drake is going to give you good music, and I think that his album, the more I listen to it, is a good album. The only thing that we're calling for and asking for from Drake is that he gives us a classic album, a great album, and he hasn't done so in a very long time. So that's why I think so many people critique Drake, because they expect greatness for him. You name the album for the dogs, and it's not for the dogs. It's a lot of singing. You even have a song where you speak in Spanish. I don't understand what you're saying, Drake. We were expecting a hip-hop album where you were going to show your peers that, hey, I am one of the best rappers. There's nothing that you can do with me. But that's not what happened, and it's very, very disappointing, because I was hoping to see that, because I'm someone who fights for Drake, saying like, nah, Drake is one of the greatest. He's one of the best. He does his thing. We need to show him love. But hey, he put out a solid album. Whether you rock with it or not, you are. If you want some real hip-hop, throw on that Nas Magic 3. I'm still listening to it. It is magical. It is great. Nas, with this 6-album run, I really sat back and I thought to myself, and I said, man, this might put Nas as the best rapper of all time. The longevity. He gave us Illmatic to start his career. Now he's giving you the 6-year run. The guy Nas is amazing. He's incredible. And you know I'm a huge hip-hop guy, so I got to show love to the hip-hoppers. And it's still 50-year celebration, so the celebration don't stop. I'm about to leave here, throw in my car, Get Rich or Die Trying, which I feel is probably the greatest hip-hop album of all time. But you know, I'm controversial. I have takes all day, but I can't give them all to you today, so you're going to have to wait. Come back next Thursday where I can give you more and more flame, because that's what I do here on your favorite show. I'm Michael Matthew, and you know what it is. These are the breaks. Catch you next week, baby.